Now,
Right now, we're on St. Andrews and 60th in the famous bakery that I always talk about in my book. When we were walking to Horace Mann Jr. High School, man, that place fed us. I mean, fed us for the 3 semesters we were at Horace Mann. We loved it. We had everything, ding-dongs, Hostess cupcakes, cherry pies, apple pies. We loved it.
now you living on Haas, that's about that's a nice walk from here, right?
Yeah, it is, because at the time I was going to Horace Mann, I stayed on 6th Avenue and 60th. So I stayed further. So I used to have to, we all walked down to Hyde Park. We walked Hyde Park down to not Gramercy, but Wilton. And we met up there every morning, and then we would walk across the tracks together. Yeah.
And then you guys would walk down St. Andrews?
Straight down St. Andrews Place to take you right to Horace Mann Junior High School.
And this brick building behind you was what?
Oh, it was Hostess Bakery. Yeah, it was Hostess Bakery, you know. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing.
And do you remember where you guys would grab food at from?
Man, we used to go over here. It's a bricked in right now, but that's where it was loading docks, and they had nothing but Hostess trucks. So we would walk down here, and then we would go ahead and just get whatever we wanted. We just had trays and trays of things, and I talk about it in my book as far as we used to take them back to school and how the police got hip to it, and they made a big thing out of it, like kids robbed a bank or something.
Now, once you got to Horace Mann, were there other students that were going to Horace Mann doing the same thing you guys were doing?
Well, you know, we had a few students would see us, right? So they would try it, and then they'd be like, man, how y'all do that? I'm like, man, we got to go get it. That's how you do it. Just go get it, you know? But some of them would do some of the same thing, but they wouldn't do it like us. It was like an everyday thing for us, you know? It was like a mouse and a cat type of thing. Catch us if you can, because we're going to eat. We're going to eat today.
And what were some of those different types of pastries that they had known back then that you guys would eat?
Okay, my main thing was a cherry pie. Loved it. Cherry pie is my favorite. Right today, I'll go get that cherry pie. Then you have the apple, but then they had ding dongs. They had Hostess ding dongs.
And those were the chocolate ones?
Yeah, the chocolate ones filled with the white filling, and then you would have the cupcake, the chocolate cupcakes, and snowballs. These snowballs. My friend Dewey, he loved the snowballs. You know, I never liked that because it was too spongy.
Now, the snowballs, I believe back then came in one color, but then later came in multiple.
Came in multiple
original snowballs were white.
They were white. They were white. Yeah, they were white with chocolate, and then in the middle that was white.
Then I think they came out with a pink snowball later.
Yeah, pink snowball.
And a chocolate snowball.
And a chocolate one. Yeah.
So, man, you guys must have been putting on a little bit of weight in them junior high school years,
man.
though, huh?
Yeah, well, I was thinking about, you know, the weight. We never thought about it because we were skinny. And I tell you the truth, if we were eating, we eat probably 2 boxes of ding-dongs, you know, and then at the beginning of school, trust me, at the end of the day, we burnt it off. We burnt it off. We just had that energy, you know, we had that energy.
So then you guys would have a lot of extra at school?
Oh yeah, we had a lot of extra at school. We would put them in our lockers, give them to other students. We just did a whole lot, you know?
Now, I've always heard that out of all the West Side schools to attend, Horace Mann was probably one of the most active, tough schools at that time.
Yeah, without a doubt. You had Horace Mann, then you had Bethune. That was a junior high school, but Horace Mann was one of the toughest schools because, you know, you had everybody from the 100s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, and some out the 60s coming, you know, to that school. I mean, it was a lot of different people.
Now, were you closer to John Muir?
No, John Muir is over there on, that's off Vermont, I believe, King Boulevard, which was actually Santa Barbara. It was Santa Barbara at the time. So we were right here coming off of 60th and coming down from 6th Avenue. That's where I was coming from. And my homeboy Dewey, he was coming from 2nd Avenue and Slauson. My other homeboys was coming from 57th and 3rd Avenue.
Okay, so you guys were in the district for...
Yeah, we were in the district, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for Horace Mann.
Well, that was a nice little walk, though, you had to do every morning.
Man, we used to walk every morning, man. The crazy thing about it is, you know, we used to cut out I would say cardboard, little pieces and have stacks, put them in our back pocket, Levi's, because our shoes had holes in it. And when it wore out, we slip it in there, and it was on, man. You know.
Was that at least a 10-block walk or longer than that?
Man, that was some miles. We were walking miles. I don't know how many, but we were walking miles. So it was no big thing. Then we had to walk across the tracks and think about in the rain, and you got holes in your shoes, and you turn around and you put some, you got cardboard, you know? You got cardboard, so think about that. Yeah.
So what kind of guys did you run across at Horace Mann that maybe you ran across again in juvenile hall or high school or even in prison?
Wow, it was crazy. All the guys in juvenile hall, or we would see like guys that we went to Horace Mann. You know, junior high school, you would see guys, some guys would get in trouble because we was all doing the same stuff. So we would get in trouble, and then from there, you would see people in the penitentiary then, you know, because it was a graduation type of thing. We were Van Ness then, because we were going to the park, hanging out, you know, and that's where we would hang out, ditch school sometime.